How's it going, everyone? Hunter here with Foundation Disc Golf. We just built a bunch of shelves to get ready for some big things coming up. Lots of discs, but today's video, we have MVP reached out to us and sent us a fat stack of discs to do some type of like review or some type of video. We decided to turn this into a face-off. So Zach, why don't you run us through what we got?
All right. First of all, a lot of you guys have been asking, well, the MVP fans have been asking for this driver's video, but here it comes. We have the Trace, Streamline Trace. We have a MVP Photon. We have a Wave. We've got the Tesla. Now, these are sick. These feel great and they look great. Streamline Lift. Love the colors. And feels great, honestly. Hunter said the same thing before. This plastic is... It's pretty on point. We have this Insanity. Look at that rim. It is a swirly rim. Never seen anything like this, obviously, because MVP is the only one that does it. Here we have a Flare, again, with this plastic. Both of us said that this, if it flies like what we think it'd fly like, could possibly make the bag. We got a Volt. We have a Crave. We have one mid-range, the Reactor, and then the disc you guys all asked for. About 150 of you in that last video, the Envy. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to end up like drafting these discs, and then each of us will putt with the putter from circle 2 and in. We both will have to putt with the putter, but we'll each have a few different discs. We're going to go out to Fallen Creek Park, play a few holes, and see who can take this one down.
Alright, it's draft time, so here's what's going to happen. We just flipped a coin, heads or tails. It was tails, which was me. I chose to pick second because Zach's going to pick first, meaning he can pick one disc. Then I pick second, I'll pick 2. Then Zach will pick 2, I'll pick 2. And then eventually there should be one disc left for me because we have 10 discs. So, it's up to Zach. Let's see what disc he picks first here.
Alright, guys.
Taking?
Fallen Creek could be really windy, as you guys probably saw in our last video. And I know it's important to have a driver, but I think there's a few drivers here that I'll end up getting one. I'm going with the Flare. It's going to be my overstable disc that I should be able to rely on. Even throw some thumbers if I need to. Feels like it fits really nice in the hand. I'm going with the Flare.
I was strategic with this because I knew he would pick the Flare, so I'm going Trace first.
Ooh.
Because I figured this should be overstable enough, it feels like, to kind of hold up to the wind, and it feels amazing. I think this is going to be the farthest flying disc on this table here. So then I'm left with what I want second. And I didn't think that far through, but I think I'm gonna go with the Volt second because I've thrown the Volt before. And I really liked how it flew in the field when I threw it. So I think that these two paired up will work really well together. So those are my first two.
I need a distance driver. I don't know what's going to be overstable though. 11.5, -2, 2. 11.5, -1, 2.5. We don't know what the Tesla is, but it doesn't feel overstable. I think... I don't know what the numbers mean. I probably should. Which one's more overstable?
The Photon bottom one. I don't know what
11.5, -1, 2.5?
Yeah, that's more overstable than the -2, 2.
Alright, well then I guess I'm going to go Photon.
And what's your second disc?
My second disc, do I want to have the mid?
I don't know, I almost picked it up just so you couldn't, but...
Do I want to have the mid-range? But am I going to throw the mid-range? But do I want Hunter to have the mid-range? Is the thing. This is
it's tough.
This is important here. Is this overstable? I don't know, I don't need... I'm going with the mid so Hunter can't have it.
Alright, so I've got my somewhat straight fairway, got my hopefully overstable distance driver. So that leaves me with, I need a flippy fairway. I'm not going to get an overstable fairway because unless the Tesla is, it just doesn't seem like it will be. Watch it be like the most overstable disc in the world, and we just are sitting here saying it doesn't feel stable. It just seems like it will have not a lot of high speed stability. So I'm gonna go with the flippy flippy fairway with
Okay.
the lift, mainly because I want this plastic.
Yep.
And then I think I'm gonna go with the wave to get some flippy distance, so that hopefully I can get some long Kaiser flip shots out of it.
All right, so I'm going Insanity because it looks great, and I think it fits better in my hand for backhand shots than my other discs do. And then I'm gonna go Tesla just because I have no clue what it's gonna do. I'm gonna go Tesla, which leaves Hunter with the Crave 6-speed or 6.5 speed. Sorry, Crave. We're gonna be starting on hole 8 here. Who's gonna go first?
I'll go first because you picked first.
Okay, so we also threw all of our discs on hole 1. It's very windy out here again.
We got one throw in with each.
Yeah, one throw in with each. But I'm super excited. I think that flare, it's called, super overstable. Going to be pretty helpful in this headwind. But let's go ahead and get over to hole 8, which is going to be our first hole of this video.
All right, hole 8, 340 feet. It's an elevated basket, and there's an OB creek.
See if I can show you guys.
Immediately to the right of the basket. So I'm gonna throw this Proton Sparkle is what I'm gonna call this plastic. I know it's Proton. I don't know what they call their metal thing. We have a decent tailwind to make this more overstable. I'm gonna throw it forehand, hopefully get up pretty close, try to swing it wide and let it skip in.
Sorry, I forgot to zoom in, guys.
No skip, it just kind of dug right in the ground.
All right.
What disc you got in your hand, Zach?
All right, I have the Photon. I threw all of my discs backhand because, who cares? But I'm going to throw it forehand now, obviously. I don't know how this is going to fly at all. I'm going to just pop it out there to the left and hopefully get it close, not in the water. Oh, sit down. Ooh, get something loud.
It might have been across the creek.
Did you hear that?
I did.
Decently overstable, but I think I might be out of bounds, unfortunately. All right, so you can only use putter circle 2 and in. Hunter is outside circle 2. What do you got here in your hand?
I'll go with my Crave.
Okay.
When I threw this on hole 1, it actually flew really, really nice.
Yeah,
I
it did.
was shocked. Not shocked. I didn't expect to like it. So I'm gonna just try to jump putt this. It's not at all what it's meant to do, but I should get closer.
Are you running it?
No.
All right.
I'll give it a little half bid.
Oh man.
Deep. We'll see what the Envy's capable of. All right, so I ran that putt with confidence because I thought Zach was in the creek, but he's not. He almost fell. He's touching the other side, so that means he's safe because only creeks OB. So he'll have a putt for 2, and I'm gonna have a long comeback here for 3.
All right, so my putt was a tap in. Hunter now picked up the Envy. He's gonna be putting for his 3.
Stiff headwind.
I know.
I don't like it with a disc I've never thrown before to a headwind.
Leaks out a little bit left. All right, no big deal. We will head over to hole 9. All right, hole 9, 199 feet. In the creek's gonna be out of bounds. I'm gonna throw in my flare, super overstable disc, lefty or forehand. I'm gonna throw it lefty and see if we can get it close.
Parked it.
Don't ask why I didn't throw it forehand.
All right, I'm gonna go with my Volt forehand.
Throw it lefty, man.
Heck no. It seems like it was pretty overstable when I threw it on hole 1. So we'll see if I can't just get it close. Oh, he hit the pin.
Hit the pin. All right, I do have the mid here. I'm gonna throw the reactor super straight. I'm gonna just stick with the whole lefty theme here.
It worked so well the first time.
If people cared, actually, if people think that I care that I lose, you know
wrong. Oh! That was mighty close.
I don't actually know the distance. I think this sign is to the straighter one, but it says 292 feet on hole 10.
See
but
if I
this
can...
is in the position across the creek, which I think is technically the tournament position.
See if you guys can see this. Through there.
Figure out what I want to throw here.
It's over the creek, but in that little cove, right? Where are my fingers? Oh, right in there.
Nope.
Pretty far left.
I think it might have dropped to where I'll have a putt at it though.
Going with the Insanity. I don't think I'm gonna make it there. I'm gonna try and throw it right-ish and kind of land in front of the gap. And we'll go from there. The Insanity, when I threw it before, it pushed, like I don't have a lot of arm speed, whatever, or bad form, but it pushed really far straight before it came back out. So hopefully it does that again for me. Because I said I'm going to lay up, but who knows, maybe it's going to go into the gap. What are you doing, Zachary?
That was embarrassing. Way too straight, but I feel like maybe I can see the basket from there.
All right, so we found Hunter's disc after like 10 minutes of searching. He is right behind this tree. Parked. Oh.
Wow. I didn't even think that had a chance.
Hole 11, 265 feet. Plays longer than that.
Much longer.
Goes into that gap, and then the basket's in there to the right.
Can you even see the gap? There we go.
Trying to decide if I want to go my trace on a forehand, or if I want to go with the lift on a backhand. I feel like the forehand's the play. So I think I'm gonna go forehand. Push through. Push through this skinny gap.
What?
Yeah. Just how I drew it up.
All right, well, I'm going to try and do what Hunter did, but hit the straight gap. It's hard. I mean, the gap's small, 250 feet off the tee. I'm going to throw the photon again. Give it a little, give it a little more power than last time. Hopefully get up there. Tee pad's a little small, but we'll work with it. Oh, it's going to hit the tree. Yep. So 2 straight, for the good gap, and no, 2 right for the good gap, 2 straight for the cheater's gap. Tough spot here. I'm pinched off by this tree. I'm gonna take the reactor, hopefully get up there. I think Hunter's close. We'll get a 2. I'll go down 2, but nothing's new. Look at all those rhymes, man. All right. Nice putt.
Thank you. Look at that. Hole 11?
12.
12. Hole 12, 190 feet. You're gonna go kind of straight through here, then it finishes a little bit left. Normally, I would throw a zone or something on forehand. Just realized this tree's in the way. But since we don't have anything, we're just doing amazing drivers, I'm gonna go with this lift. I really love how I've been throwing it backhand. I haven't thrown it forehand yet, but I'm gonna try to put on some ante and have it flatten in there. I think it'll do the trick.
You guys didn't see, we cut the video off last hole. He was throwing to the yellow basket and hit the pin with it. So.
On a backhand, it flips up nice.
Yeah.
But I don't know, on a forehand at this distance, I feel like it'll pan. We'll find out.
Okay. A little far left?
Far left. It didn't fight out of it. It just kind of held it.
Yeah. I'm going to throw the Insanity. Try and do the same line that Hunter's did.
Oh man, I just threw it way too low.
Cut roll a little bit.
Yeah.
Outside circle 2, putting with mid. I mean, I think Connor might be in that stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm under that tree.
How many more holes we got?
1.
Oh man, I lost. Get there.
Ah, good bid.
All right, Hunter's right here in this tree. Basket's here. Got Envy in hand. Woo! Oh, that had a chance.
Oh, frick.
What?
Heck.
Oh man.
All right, hole 13, final hole of the video, 315 feet. You're gonna play under this tree out here. You heard me, under. And then you're gonna have to kind of skip past the yellow basket to the right to get to the red basket. You could play, there's a hyzer gap out to the right, but normally during the summer it kind of closes up a little bit. So I'm gonna just go with my lift, forehand, a little bit of hyzer, see if I can get it to pop up a little bit before skipping over there. I feel like it's the right disc choice because the error I want to make is too far straight. I don't want anything to dump out too far, too early on the right side. It flipped up like I wanted, but I pulled it. Yeah, that's not a bad mistake, but not good.
I think I'm gonna try and throw a thumber with the flare out to the left and then drop down by the yellow basket is my goal. Haven't thrown a thumber with this disc yet. Also, I have tiny thumbs. It's like a hitchhiker thumb. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but like it's flat. But anyway, it's small, so it doesn't fit well with thumbers, so I can't get great distance with them. If you're ever wondering why I threw tomahawks instead. But tomahawk would go directly into that large tree. And let's just throw the thumber. And it's windy. Oh, wind is picking up. What's the time clock?
50.
Oof.
But I mean, you were talking part of it.
All right, so I get myself 5 more seconds. Okay, I'm going. Wow. Right where Hunter is. I was not expecting that to happen. It just, I don't know if it was the wind. It just held, and then came out.
And he is parked.
Oh.
Nice shot. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up. It feels good to get another win. You might have heard us call you Foundation Nation at some point during this video. Comment down below what you think of that, if you like it, dislike it, and what you recommend for a different name. But I'm gonna really quickly go through what I thought of the discs that I got to throw, and then Zach will do what he thought of the ones he got to throw. We both got to throw the Envy. We had it in a premium plastic, and we basically only putted with it. It was a little too stable for me to putt with, but I could see as an approach disc, especially forehands, I think I'd really like this as like a straight forehand approach disc. Not gonna go in my bag because I like my zones a little too much, and I have one that's already straight. But I could see where this would be their more popular putter and why we were bashed for not throwing it in the first video. It makes sense now.
There's like 100 comments.
Yeah. Now this next one, by far my favorite disc out of this stack. I didn't get to throw it a lot in the video because the holes didn't really call for it. But look at this plastic first off. This Cosmic Neutron plastic.
It's beautiful.
So swirly, and unlike some of the other premium plastics and other brands, it's got really good grip.
It's not slippery.
Like, I feel like if I played with this in the rain, I would have no trouble, and that's something that I cannot say much about other brands. This thing flips up, glides a little bit, has a good finish. I'm definitely gonna play with this in my bag. It flies like a beat up Thunderbird, which is something I haven't had in my bag for a while since I lost my beat up Thunderbird, probably like a year ago. So I'm gonna try with this. You'll probably see it in the next few videos. The trace I really liked, but it just isn't gonna push anything out of my bag. That's all. That's really the only thing about it. It flew good for my forehand, had a good turn on my backhand, would slowly come out. Feels great, looks great. It's just not making the bag. Nothing wrong with it, not doing it though. The Crave, I wish I would have been able to throw a little more in the videos. It's had a good flip up and just fly straight. It's a little too shallow for my personal preference, but I think it would be a good like first, or like once you're getting into disc golf, getting a good fairway driver. It is a 6.5 speed, so a good step up from a mid. Flew pretty straight, and I really like the white on white look.
Yeah.
Gotta love that. This next one, sorry to say it, I was not a super big fan of the Volt. I felt like it was like your run-of-the-mill overstable fairway driver. Didn't have a ton of glide, didn't have something that like really just impressed me. And the thing, I did like some of the other Proton plastic I've thrown before, but this one just seems really stiff on the rim, so it kind of hurt when it came off my hand. If you're looking for an overstable fairway, you know, you could check out the Volt. I think it would hold its own against T-birds and stuff like that. But it's just something that I've never been a fan of T-birds or anything in that category. So since the Volt falls into it, I'm not a fan of it. The Wave, I didn't throw it in the video. It was just a little too flippy for me. I think it would be great for players who are throwing maybe like 300, 320 and looking for a little hyzer flip up disc. That seemed like where this one would fit. For me, it just kind of held over on that angle and never wanted to come back out. The plasma plastic, again, has a really good grip, and I like the look of it, but not making the bag, and I wasn't a super big fan of the disc itself. So yeah, now let's hear what Zach had to think about his disc and wrap up the video.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with this mid-range, the Reactor. Nothing bad to say about it. Right now, I have a bunch of mids that are going through my bag, just trying to really figure out what is best for my game. So in the next few videos, you might see this just in and out. I'm gonna try it out. Nothing, you know, bad about it, just a straight mid. Here I have the Insanity. I liked this disc. I'll play around with this one a little bit more. It definitely pushes forward a lot more than it wants to dump out, even on the slower speeds. So this one I do not hate. Not that I hate any of them, but also shallow, feels good in my hand. The Tesla, you guys didn't see me throw this in the video. I threw it before we started. It was more overstable than we were expecting. I'm gonna throw it on forehand in this next video. And then that way we could see how this flies forehand. Didn't get a chance to try it, but again, it feels nice. Shallow, I like shallow discs. It feels like a common thing here with these MVP discs is they're shallow. Would you agree, Hunter?
Yeah, I would say so.
Right, okay. Next we have the Photon, which I was throwing as my distance driver. Again, just like Hunter said about the Trace with distance drivers, it wouldn't push out, a Zeus or a Destroyer, just because I'm comfortable with those discs right now. But, if you need a distance driver, the Photon would work for you. And then we have the Flare, super overstable. If you're anywhere where there's gonna be wind, this would be pretty important in your bag. Love the feel of the plastic, love the look. I'm gonna play around with it more. Just like I said about 2 or 3 of the other discs, this could possibly make the bag. Maybe would push out a Raptor. I don't know. It might be too overstable. This might be like a machete type disc. But I'm gonna play around with this a little bit more. But thanks guys for watching. We appreciate you watching this video. Thanks again to MVP for sending these discs out. If you guys haven't already, like this video, and everything's down in the description below. Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. And we'll see you guys in the next video.